Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. It's your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief APGAINS here, and we're going to talk about matchmaking. GAC is going to start tomorrow, and it's going to be crazy. One thing to get out of the way, yes, I'm fine. Thank you guys who are asking. I'm not going to die or anything. But yeah, let's talk about matchmaking and why the first month of GAC is going to be wild. Absolutely ridiculously wild. I'm sure a lot of you guys have understood this point already. So if this is a topic that you guys already feel like you're experts on, link in the top right corner, go watch that video. If you love APGAINS, you will go watch that video and like it. It will help APGAINS out a lot, more than you'll ever know. But matchmaking, it's terrible, okay? So as you can see here, we're only getting matched in the first month by our GP alone, which normally you guys would say, oh, GP, that's how we got ranked in our old divisions as well. Why is it going to be super bad? So here's the thing. Matchmaking has always been a little iffy, which is why, especially in the lower games, a lot of other content creators won't ever talk about this, maybe because they just, don't understand it. But if you're up here, a lot of the accounts are going to look pretty similar because you've been playing for years. You guys have been following the same metas. You have a lot of the same characters. Here, like Chromium down, or even Erodium, like mid-Erodium to early Erodium down, accounts look different. People farm different things come out at different times. People quit the game, especially, and come back eventually. How many of you guys in the comment section, let me know, took a break for a couple months, a couple years, and you came back to the game, and you tried to get back up and running in Grand Arena? So accounts down here always look very different, which is why matchmaking is kind of hard to do, because usually if you're sub 5 million GP, you can go into a match and look at your opponent's roster and basically right away know who's going to win the Grand Arena just on whose account is actually better. So that kind of thing existed down here already. Now they're implementing a skill rating system, which theoretically could be pretty good. I'm actually quite excited for some sort of skill-based matchmaking to make the Grand Arenas a little bit harder for those of us who maybe haven't needed to take it that seriously. I think it's going to add a new level of challenge to the game that will make it a little bit more fun. But before that gets implemented, right now it's strictly GP based. So, I mean, if we go to the extremes, Kyber, I mean, you could be a 7.26305 GP player, right? And then you could get faced up against Arnold at, 9.5, 10 million GP just because you're in the same bracket. There's no skill system that's kind of been put together so far, so you're just going to be slapped near each other. Down here in the middle, I mean, this always happened, but you could be a 3.1 million GP player going up against, a 2.8 million GP player, but the 2.8 million GP player, has a Galactic Legend, has their APGAINS approved farming guide, and you just have, you're a returning player who's got like every single character gear 12 because you quit before relics came to the game. And, so that's going to be pretty normal, right? I think we can all understand that it's going to suck and it's going to be pretty normal. What I'm super excited about is eventually, if this matchmaking system works properly, we won't have to deal with this ever again. You go in and you're 1 million GP and you're farming, you're doing a BAM rush or whatever, and you're not going to go against people who are 1.1 million GP who are doing APGAINS approved farming guide, because they're going to be fighting people up here, and you're going to be fighting people more your skill level. So I think after the first month is over, if their system works as intended, we could actually see much better GAC outcomes in terms of just who's fighting who. Is it equal? And I'm really excited about that. I think if, of course, the big caveat being if they can manage this system to work properly, or, the skill-based matchmaking system is not working as intended. If they can get it to work as intended, this could be a massive boost for players 5 million and below. Actually, all players. I mean, who wouldn't benefit from more equal matchups? Because if we go to TW, I mean, sometimes you go against a team where you just know you can't win, so you just meme around. Sometimes you go to a team where even if you tried, you couldn't lose, so you don't really do anything. Excuse me. So it's very important that they get this right, because when you're way too powerful or way too weak, the game's not fun, and that's when people get upset, and that's when people start to have negative reactions to the game. So thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to everyone who went back and watched the video I linked. That would be huge for APGAINS. I don't know why I refer to myself in the third person, but we're not getting to the 6% because we're not hitting that 8-minute mark. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you, and I'll see you later.